team news going into it.
So no players are back who were unavailable for last game, apart from obviously Pape Matar and James Maddison, who were suspended for the last game. They return. Ange did say that he's very wary about bringing players back from injury on this kind of turf, because they play on an AstroTurf pitch, so he's very wary about that. But positive news on Rodrigo Bentancur, in the sense that it wasn't nothing more serious than obviously a big bang to the head, and obviously he got knocked down. He's got concussion, which is not good, obviously, but he says he's fine. He's come out of hospital, he's at home, and he's going to give him, the time required, probably around 2 weeks, to get back to fitness and make sure everything's okay and make sure there's no underlying issues there. So good news on Bentancur there. But other than that, Romero, Richarlison, Odegaard, Vicario, Davis, Van de Ven, Doggy still injured, unavailable. We did hear reports, or news I should say. Romero should be back around 20th of Jan, Van de Ven 27th of Jan, Odegaard hopefully early Feb, around 10th of Feb. And Vicario around February time. And actually, this could be Richarlison's last game out injured. And Ange said before the last game, with all being well, he'll be back for the North London derby. So let's hope that's the case. All
right, so let's get into this lineup. It's going to be a hard one to predict, to be honest. You're looking at the goalkeeping situation. For the last month or so, we've only had one goalkeeper to choose from. Now we've got three. Obviously, Vicario's still injured, but you've got Brandon Austin, you've got Kinski now, who had an unbelievable performance against Liverpool, and you've got Fraser Forster. In my opinion, it will be Brandon Austin. I think he deserves to play again after the good performance he had against Newcastle.
Yeah, I agree, and I think he probably deserves some game time, and as well, he's going to have to play, most probably, he's going to have to play some Europa League games. So I think it's about time we get some consistent minutes.
Yeah, I think you need to change the formation.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Because it will. Sim's got it down as a 4-3-4-2, 4-4-2, but it will be 4.
On screen, yeah.
But Brandon Austin in goal. Now the back four is going to be interesting. Which way do we go with it? I would like to see Porro given some rest with the North London derby coming up. Archie Gray has played a lot of football. Dragoshin has played a lot of football. I mean, they've all played so much football. Spencer's played a lot. Like, which way do we go with it? Who plays at right back? I think there's an option for 3 players to play at right back, whether it be Archie Gray, whether it be Pedro Porro, whether it be Jed Spence.
I think, look, considering Spence by and large this season hasn't actually played that much, hopefully he should be okay to play this one and at the Emirates on Tuesday. He mentioned Reguilon in his press conference, so that suggests that he's probably going to start in this one. I've got a feeling it might be Dragoshin and Dorrington at the back with Spence. Well, I mean, we're going one by one, but I think Spence right back, I think will probably start. Give Paul a rest. We know he needs that rest because he's played a lot of football this year, and we've seen how good the rest has done him in recent weeks. So I think we're going to want to keep that and rest him for this one. So I think probably Spence comes in at right back, I think.
All right, yeah, I would agree with that. Spence at right back, be good to see him in his natural position, and it's something that he can, Red, what is that? Get that off the screen right now. Get that off the screen right now. What is this? He's Spurs in a red shirt. That's better. That is better. But Spence at right back, yeah, I think, look, he'll have a field day out on that right-hand side with what he's showing at the moment with his power and his speed. He could probably get on the score sheet this weekend.
I hope so. Yeah, look, he's playing really, really well, and yeah, big up to him. And maybe look, we'll play Porro for like half an hour or something if we want to give Jed Spence a rest as well. So I think maybe they get half each, something like that.
Centre back, yeah, I completely agree with you. I think it will be Dorrington and Radu Dragusin at centre back. Radu has played a lot, and he's going to have to play again on Wednesday in a big game at the Emirates. But yeah, I mean, it's weird to say this, but he's going to be like the senior guy at the back there at 22 years of age.
That's how it's been for weeks as well. I've got a feeling maybe you go Dragoshin for one half and Gray for another half and try and just give them as much rest as you can in this kind of game. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we're in a commanding lead come the break and we in a position to rest players. We might not be, but hopefully we will be. And at that point, you can rest players. He did mention Dorrington, saying he needs game time and we're going to look for a loan deal for him. But I think in this game, considering he did come on against Southampton, so he's had a bit of Premier League experience, hopefully in this game it shouldn't be a step too far to put him straight in.
Yeah. And then at left back, like you said, it will be Sergio Reguilon, who I think, again, another player who's probably deserved a few more minutes than he's had. Obviously, he came on in the second half at half time at the Newcastle game and did fairly well.
Yeah, did well. Fair play to him. Whether he'll be here at the end of the month remains to be seen. Obviously, with our problems at left back, if we don't sign one, maybe we'll have to keep him. But I think he showed he can do a job for us when he did come on against Newcastle, and good to see him for 90 minutes here.
Moving into the midfield, I think it will be Basuma in the 6.
Ekin Basuma starts.
Yeah, I think he does. I think we're lacking options. Obviously, Bentancur can't play. You're looking at Archie Gray can play in the 6. It'll be actually nice to see Archie in the 6, to be honest. You've got Bergvall who can play there as well.
Obviously, Maddison and Sarr back from suspension.
I feel the midfield, maybe Sarr. Maybe Sarr will play there. What do you reckon?
In the 6. What about Bergvall?
I reckon Bergvall's going to play on Wednesday. I reckon they might give him a rest in this one.
I think he might have to play both because I think are you more likely to rest Bergvall for Wednesday or Basuma? You know what I mean? Who's more likely to play both games?
I think they're both going to play both games.
Well,
yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. Maybe Basuma does need a rest just because Bentancur's out injured.
Yeah, exactly. So he's definitely going to start on Wednesday, and then obviously, I reckon it'll probably be. What I'd like to see is Gray, Sarr, Maddison, because obviously Sarr, Maddison didn't play, so they can start and should be all right for Wednesday as well. What I'd like to see is Gray there, but if he's going to maybe put Gray in at centre back at some point in this game potentially, maybe he puts or maybe he starts Gray there, moves him back.
What about Gray, Bergvall, Gray, Sarr, Bergvall?
Gray, Sarr, Bergvall, and rest no Madders. I've got a feeling Maddison might play. You might want just 1 or 2 senior players in there just to make sure, Is Sarr considered a senior player these days? I guess, but he's still 22. I feel like he might just want, because we're going to go. I know spoilers, but the front three is probably going to be inexperienced potentially. So he might just want someone like Maddison on the pitch.
Captain Maddison.
Yeah. Just to make sure, because Decky as well. We're thinking probably going to have a rest. Like he said on the press conference, I was watching it, and he said, "Yes, I'm going to give some players a rest, but I can't put out a team that's going to make things too difficult for us." That's what he said. So it implies there's going to be some.
It's true, but I don't think the changes that we're talking about do make it too difficult for us.
I know, but there's a reason he said that. That's probably because he's going to play a couple of more senior ones.
Yeah, but I think when you're looking at that team, Reguilon is a senior player. Dragoshin, he's been a senior centre back in the Premier League for the past couple of months. Jed Spence, they're all seasoned Premier League players.
Are they? Apart from Reguilon, the other two aren't.
It's true, but Spence and Dragoshin have done, had good performances in the Premier League.
I know they've played well, but they're not more experienced. Just making sure that nothing goes wrong on the day. You know what I mean? They just those experiences. I just think Maddison's going to play. Essentially, that's my point. I think he's probably going to put Maddison in, and just keep Decky fresh for Wednesday. I think
even if Maddison plays today, I think Decky should not start the North London derby regardless. I don't think he should play a minute here, and I think he should be used as a sub in the North London derby. I really believe that.
Okay, well, we'll get to the North London derby preview when we play them. But I think it'll be Bergvall. I think Sarr, Bergvall, and Maddison.
Sarr, Bergvall, Maddison. All right, let's go for that. I'm not too mad about that, unless you go for. Yeah, because Gray's played a lot of football.
Yeah, he has played a lot. Bergvall, Sarr, Maddison.
Thing is, Bergvall put in such a big effort, and I want to see him play in that North London derby. That's the thing.
Give him 45 minutes and take him off.
Maybe you can. Yeah, maybe Bergvall and Gray can play. We're saying that for Dragoshin, so. No, we'll have to wait and see. I wouldn't be mad at that midfield at all. I think that's a midfield that can, definitely take the sword to them. That's for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Moving on to the front line, in the right-hand side, I think it's going to be Yang Min-hyeok for his debut.
Yeah, we haven't seen him yet at all. Obviously, Brennan, he doesn't have a number, but he is number 18. Brennan had to come on very early on Wednesday with Decky moving into midfield. So I think they both probably could do with the rest ahead of the North London derby. And there'll be a good opportunity to see Min-hyeok come on. And obviously, if things aren't going well, he's still got Decky and Johnson in reserve as well. So we think Min-hyeok is going to come on the right wing and get his debut.
Yep. And on the left, we're hoping to see a return to the team to Mikey Moore.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a feeling it might be Werner. But he did say that Mikey Moore is going to get minutes this weekend. So he did confirm that. So whether that means from the start or on the bench, I'm not sure. Werner obviously came off the bench for 30 minutes to go on the weekend. So we're going to go with Mikey Moore, but I've got a sneaky feeling it's going to be Werner.
And then up front, obviously, Will Lancashire, because I think Solanke just desperately needs some rest. We're running him into the ground at the moment. And Will Lancashire, when he's got his minutes, he's looked okay. And against National League side, I mean, look, all these players should flourish, really.
Yeah, look, Lancashire's played Europa League. He's done well. I think it's another good opportunity for him to get some more minutes. And I think, he'll be licking his lips at the prospect, I think. And I think he'll get a goal, I reckon.
And yeah, so let's run through that lineup again. So Brandon Austin in goal, Reguilon left back, Spence right back, Dragoshin and Dorrington in the centre back positions, with Sarr, Bergvall and Maddison in the middle three, with Yang on the right, Mikey Moore on the left, and Will Lancashire up top. So how many academy Tottenham Hotspur way graduates in that team? So it's Brandon Austin, Alfie Dorrington,
Four
Will Lancashire and Mikey Moore. I'd love to see that team.
That'd be great.
I really would love to see that team.
Also, Min-hyeok and Bergvall being teenagers as well. It's a very young team, but it should be enough to get through. And look, you got the likes of Decky, Solanke, Basuma all on the bench if things are going, or Sonny as well, all on the bench if things are really going pear-shaped for one reason or another. But I'm hopeful that team should be able to see the job through.
Yeah, absolutely. And you look back at when we played Marine. The likes of Alfie Devine, a 16-year-old Alfie Devine got on the pitch and scored a goal. And I think we played...
Vinicius got a hat-trick.
Yeah, that shameless Vinicius when he was going like that and celebrating. Unbelievable. But I think a few youngsters got on the pitch that day and did really well for us. So there's no reason why this can't be the same.
And if we have the game won by, half-time, hopefully 2 or 3 up, let's hope. Look, you never know, but you can rest players and you can take some. I mean, I don't know who's going to need rest. Maybe Bergvall, Maddison. You can just give players a chance to get rest. And look, we know It's a big game. Spence. We know it's a big game on Wednesday or Tuesday or Wednesday. Wednesday is a big game, so we're going to need every ounce of energy we can get.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is our predicting lineup to go into the game against Tamworth. Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. And